Hello, my beautiful collective. If you're here right now, just know I don't use any hashtags or anything like that. So if you saw this and felt like clicking on it, there's very likely going to be a message here for you. Okay. So I wasn't going to do a reading today at all. And I'm sitting here doing my self-care, self-love routine in my kitchen of all places. It's become my comfort spot whenever I get home from the gym and, doing my thing. But I feel like there's a message that needs to come through for somebody who is currently experiencing a deep amount of grief or pain in their life in a situation, okay? There may be a little bit of lack of faith involved. It may feel like you've waited a very long time for things to pan out or look a certain way in your life where there has been either some injustice or just some really awful circumstances surrounding a situation that has caused you a lot of pain. As I usually like to state, if I remember to in my readings are set with the intention that the person who is viewing the reading themselves, all the information that comes out is hopefully going to be primarily your guidance through your situation or whatever it is we pick up in this reading. You know, if something does come out about another person or situation, then that's because God needs you to know about it so that you can have confirmation that this is your reading, etc. Okay. So there may be this feeling of being very uncomfortable with the unknown. Okay. A feeling that no matter what you do, regardless of how well you take care of yourself, regardless of how successful you're becoming in certain areas of your life, you just feel like there's a main situation or issue that has not been resolved or is continuing to cause this sense of burden, pain and discomfort for you at this time. Okay. And we are going to try and get you some information here and some guidance that will hopefully reassure you and help you to continue to move through whatever this is and, the pain or the discomfort that it's causing you. So I'm actually feeling called to do a Celtic Compass spread with my Angels and Ancestors deck. It comes with that spread in the guidebook, so I'm going to flip through to it. And we're going to get started, okay? Excuse me for looking absolutely ridiculously exhausted. I've had quite a long day. For me, I'm always go, 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 go when it comes to when I get up in the morning. It's like the moment I step foot onto the floor, it's okay, straight to the bathroom, go to the toilet, brush my teeth, turn on my music that I like to listen to in the morning, do my cleansing, do whatever little bit of tidying I need to do in the kitchen, make my coffee, drink my water, all that, right? And I don't stop. Even now, don't get me wrong, I've come home and I've done my self-care, and now I'm doing a reading. And I took my makeup off. I did a moisture bomb mask, I soaked my feet, all that. So maybe this is something you're being encouraged to do as well, not go, go, go. Because honestly, I know that due to my healing process, I find it very difficult to slow down. I find it really hard to just be. Though I do take time to do that, and you may be someone who does the same thing. Okay. So let's get this Celtic Compass. So Spirit, what does our collective need to know right now about this situation or about how they're feeling right now. So basically how this works is the first card is you and your energy. Okay, so we're going to look into first you and your energy at this time. Okay, so what is the collective's energy at this time, please? We got 2 coming out. We got great teacher, learn from spiritual experiences and embrace the energy of peace. So you may actually be doing a really good job right now of, looking at your situation or what you're dealing with from a spiritual lens, right? Because when we're in our ego and we are looking at certain circumstances in our lives, we tend to become fragmented and we can become despondent, and we can, like I said, there's, the lack of faith and feeling like feeling hopeless. But I don't feel like, obviously, this is saying that you're probably doing a very good job at looking at things from a spiritual perspective, and you are doing a good job at maintaining your peace. So that's very good. I feel like somebody here understands that whatever it is they're going through, they being you, whoever's watching, if you're resonating with this, you understand that your experience is going to ultimately help other people. You, okay, are a teacher because you are on this path, on the spiritual path, and you're learning through these experiences. Ultimately, you are going to be able to help other people who may end up having the exact same experience. Okay. So you're being called to cultivate as much peace for yourself as possible. So if that means that maybe the situation we are talking about here causes you to become anxious, and start spiraling or start trying to guess, because that's the thing, is when you're in the unknown territory, when you don't know when or how certain things are going to pan out in your story, in your situation, you can end up in a very scary place because you feel so out of control and so helpless. Okay. And I feel like it is saying you and your energy, you're actively working towards gaining that sense of peace, okay? All right, the number 2 spot, which is North Earth, is what is grounding you and providing you with focus at this time. So what is providing this collective with grounding and focus at this time? Trust and thrive. So if you're feeling shaky or like you're on shaky ground because you don't know what's going on, you don't know the ins and outs of how things are going to occur here or what's going to happen, Spirit is saying you can stay grounded by understanding that you can trust. You have to have so much trust in your path and in God, because here's the thing. It can be maddening for you to know that you're doing the right things because you're following in, your divine guidance, and you're in touch with your spirit team and your your guardian angels. And, you may call in that support and everything, but you may still feel on a human level like it's not enough because you're just like, but where's the evidence that, where's the evidence that everything's going to work out? And it's like, guess what? You got to have faith. You gotta have faith, the faith, the faith. You know what I mean? So, and that can be really difficult at times, especially if you're going through something extremely difficult. Okay, so the next card is your current thoughts and perceptions. So let's see, this should be interesting because why did my incense go out? That's really weird. There may be certain people, places, things attached to whatever's going on in your life that are trying to disrupt, are actively trying to disrupt your peace, okay? Or disrupt your faith. Because that's the thing, is anyone who's not doing things in accordance to God and isn't following spiritual guidance, when they know another person that they're attached to, or they know, or they're aware of in a situation, it's the enemy's top priority to knock you off of that. It's you know, it's like you succeeding is their worst nightmare. So I feel like there are forces that are trying to stop you from feeling a sense of peace. All right, so we got 2 popping out for your current thoughts and perceptions, which is the air placement. We got drum, dream, and journey, and animal guardian, trust your instincts. So I feel like you may be getting a lot of dream messages right now. Your instincts may be pointing you towards paying attention to your dream state at this time as well. Oh, the right side of my head and my ear are feeling very hot right now. So spirit may be sending you messages through your dream state, like good messages, showing you that things are working out, or giving you some indication of you being on the right path, okay? Maybe you're not feeling confident in the instincts that you're currently trusting. And spirit is basically confirming here that you need to trust your instincts. You may be at a point in your spiritual growth and development where you do trust yourself, but then you get these moments where all of a sudden you second guess because of past trauma, because of things that have occurred within your life where, you know, and you maybe have been around a lot of people in your life that have caused you not to trust your instincts, who have gaslit you out of that thought process, or that it's not even a thought process, but feeling into your body, your intuition, and what your soul's trying to tell you. Okay. Position 4 is Sapphire, your rising desires and primal needs. So what is this collective's rising desires and primal needs? We got 2 coming out again. We got Stargazer, set your sights higher. And we have Fire Guardian. And that's so crazy because it's in the fire position. Ignite your passions. So there's a lot of sacral energy present in this position. And I feel like you're underselling yourself right now. I feel like because you're currently battling your self-doubt and your... I'm not going to say you have a definite or terrible lack of faith, but what I'm saying is that when you feel that wavering, I feel like you need to settle for something less than what you are supposed to be doing or that you know you want to do, okay? And Spirit is saying that your primal need, your desire right now is to follow your passion. Do exactly what it is you know you want and need to do for yourself. And it doesn't have to be some big, extravagant career choice or something. It can literally be that you're passionate about hiking. You know what I'm saying? And maybe you're like, oh, no, I can't hike. Oh, if I hike that, maybe you're making excuses for not doing these things. And Spirit is saying, you listen, reach for the stars. I was picking up on in another reading a lot of negative projections that may be occurring in my collective, and I feel like that's part of this. And maybe you're already aware of that and you're already doing everything you need to do to take care of that. But I feel like there is a part of you that is still kind of attached or clinging on to negative thoughts or beliefs about yourself that need to be released, that need to be let go of. All right, so number 5, we got West Water, how you really feel emotionally. So let's see what that is all about. There's some kind of action that needs to be taken because my right ear keeps burning. And don't get me wrong, I know that oftentimes that can mean people are talking positively about you. Maybe that's also saying maybe you've already started doing something and you've gotten some type of feedback or encouragement from other people. And Spirit is like, you need to follow that thread, We got 2 again. This is so crazy that 2 cards keep coming out. Apart from the North, which is Earth. And it's so crazy. We got Stag as well for Earth. East is air, and we got winged creatures. This is crazy. So what I'm getting here is, look, things are aligning for sure. This is confirmation that things are absolutely aligning. This is giving Wheel of Fortune right now for me. I feel like there are things happening behind the scenes in whatever situation you are currently dealing with or battling with or having difficulty in, that it's like God doesn't, you're not supposed to know certain things. You're not supposed to know. And that can be so frustrating. But God will only give you the information that you need. Because sometimes it's when you see in the movies, when someone finds out some type of information and they end up doing something to try to alter something. Do you know what I mean? It's like God is saying the reason why you can't know is because you would behave and react or do things in a way that is not in accordance to your plan. Okay? All right, so how you really feel emotionally. That's water. And look, we even got blue in this one. It literally looks like there is a body of water behind them. Look, at the bottom. This is Peacekeeper. Let go of the need to be right. And Sage, be devoted and committed. So, you may feel like you're holding yourself back in doing something or saying something about a particular situation. But God is saying you have to let that go. Because emotionally, you know that if you're emotionally reactive to something, it's very well not going to be in your best interest in the long run. Hence, we go back to the point of, if you knew certain things, if you were privy to certain details about other people or situations, then you might not feel like being so peaceful. Okay. With that sage, be devoted and committed. It's like I feel like you are very devoted and committed to your emotional stability. Okay. I feel like you're like, the fact that it's across from the trust your instincts and the dream and journey. It's like you are doing a good job. This is confirmation that you're doing a good job at trusting your instincts in regards to whatever this is. And you may feel frustration and you may feel anger and grief and sadness, but God is here to confirm to you that you are not failing by holding that back in terms of the wider situation or community or whatever it is you're dealing with, right? 2111 on the clock as I'm saying this. I think you need to just keep healing in whatever way is helpful to you without allowing your emotions to control your movement, regardless of how difficult it might feel. Okay. So what do we have what are we on, number 6? Yeah. Northeast, what needs attention and action? Okay, so this is what needs attention and action. Let's see what Spirit has for you here. What needs attention and action for this collective? We got 2 again. Okay. We got Shaman, trust in higher forces, and Traveler, move in a new direction. You're focusing right now. You're focusing too much attention on the other bullshit that's happening, right? Or on the situation itself, instead of spending more time and energy on doing the things you know are going to be good for you in the long run. Okay. And I get it, because there may be so many high emotions involved in what's going on in your life right now. You know, there's a lot of the collectives who are on a spiritual path. There are a lot of karmic injustices that are playing out and that are currently, I feel, turning in favor of those of us who are spiritually aligned and on the correct path in our lives. Okay. And God is now confirming to you that you need to trust right now. You need to be in a deep state of trust, regardless of how difficult it may feel. And in the moments where you falter, look, this went out again. These incense, that doesn't typically happen with these. Let me tell you something. The enemy does not want you to hear this message, because I feel like maybe recently you have felt the attacks. You have, actually they've been reaching you in some way, shape, or form. And I feel like this message is going to go out to whoever needs to hear it, so that you can ultimately reinforce your stance, your faith in your protection and your path. Okay, so we had this come out. I didn't announce number 7, but we will take it. Southeast is where to direct your energy and intentions. We have Air Guardian, shift your focus. And that is right diagonal to the air placement here. Shift your perception. So this is about alchemizing whatever it is. Oh, and we got a damselfly just flew into my window. Yeah, there's a need to transform the energy of worry, fear, anger, trying to control the path because you feel like you need something to happen. You may be going through this process right now where you are getting to that point, but Spirit is confirming to you that there is a heavy need for there to be a shift in perception here. Okay. Somebody here could be an air sign. All right. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So I don't know why with this shaman card, did somebody recently go on some kind of retreat or, I don't know why it's coming through, but something about magic mushrooms. I don't know. And if so, hey, more power to you. 7. Is that where we're at? Oh, I put this. Okay, so that goes there. Sorry. So we're on 8, which is southwest. What do you need to let go and let flow? Oh, okay, that's way too many. We're not taking that many. I feel like someone's also, I feel like someone could also be a little bored, but I think that's because there's like this hesitation in, diving into creativity here. All right, what do you need? What does this collection? What does this collect? Maybe somebody has a collection. Maybe there's something about you doing something with a collection. Does somebody collect rocks or like crystals or? That's the thing. That's why I said this fire guardian, it doesn't need to be some big thing. It literally could be that you're passionate about going out into the forest or maybe even to the ocean or whatever and collecting seashells or rocks or whatever. Something that may brings you a sense of joy, happiness, but creation as well. Maybe somebody here creates something with those things, okay? It don't gotta be some big thing. I'm passionate about going to the gym, so I go to the damn gym. You know what I mean? Like, it's as simple as that. I think we, in this world, we put so much emphasis on doing things to validate ourselves, you know? And I'm not saying that if you're watching this, you crave validation from other people or whatever. But it's like for instance, I made this painting. I haven't finished it yet. And like, I don't know if I'll ever show anybody, but I fucking liked doing it. Do you know what I mean? Like, and that would not have been me a year ago. I wouldn't have done it because I'm like, well, if I'm not going to do it a particular way and people aren't going to see it, then like, what's the point? Do you stupid shit. But it's like, this is what our world constantly, well, you know, the matrix, the 3D matrix, like puts such an emphasis on all that. So it's like, sometimes we stop ourselves for those reasons too. All right, what we got going on for number 8? What do you need to let go and flow? I've been shuffling these for like ages now. Okay, here we go. We got one. We got water guarding, connect with your emotions. Okay. Somebody could be a watcher sign. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Somebody here could be into mermaids. Which is so funny because that painting I made was literally a mermaid. A mermaid that falls in love with an alien. Maybe someone's like, maybe maybe somebody does live by the ocean. I feel like your guides are trying to, like, you may even have literal, like, mermaid spirit guides. That's a thing, by the way. Interdimensional beings can be part of your spirit team for sure. Fae, mermaids, unicorns, all these creatures that literally, they exist in the multidimensional realities. You may have them in your spirit team and they're trying to call you towards things that you're supposed to be doing. But yeah, connect with your emotions here in the what you need to let go and let flow. So I feel like Spirit is encouraging you to continue to give yourself the space to feel your sadness, to feel your anger, to feel any emotions that come through in your situation. Okay. But like I said, this connects back to not allowing those to drive us in terms of the actions and reactions that we have, especially if you're dealing with a very emotional situation, right? She's so pretty. Look at her. Look. Do you know what? I'd never noticed she has blue in her hair. Gorgeous. I feel like there's also with that blue, there's something about the throat chakra here about expressing your emotions in some way, shape, or form. If you don't journal or you're not actively doing anything to openly like get those emotions out, I feel like you're being encouraged here to do that as well. Even if it is you taking a walk to, say you're near a beach or something or a body of water and just go out there and scream. Do you know what I mean? Like, for real. That's trapped in your body. Needs out. Okay? All right. Now, is this our last placement? Yes. Number 9. We have got the outcome of your current vibration. So let's see. What's the outcome of this collective's current vibration? I feel like there might be some breath work involved in something here, or somebody may be guided to do some breath work, okay? Definitely get out in nature as much as humanly possible. Ground, put your feet in the grass, the sand, whatever, dirt, it don't matter. Give a tree a hug. Somebody here could have like a New York accent. Sorry. I don't know why that's coming through. That's so funny. Maybe you're from New York. Maybe somebody you know is. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm kind of tired, but it's all good. All right. So the outcome of this collective's current vibration. We got the sun. Enjoy success and happiness. Look, listen. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be all right. Oh God, yes. I love it. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Yes. No, listen. Whatever space you're in now, it's gonna pass. I feel like you're just going through another level of ascension here. I feel like the emotions have been running high. I feel like there's a lot of grief. There's a lot of anger. And it's, you know, it can feel like a hell of a thing. And it is, but it's necessary. That's where we land back at this great teacher card, okay? Because the way that things are programmed, I guess you would say, at least that's what I would say, is that's how this works, you know? It can feel like a real bitch when you're going through it, but it, you know, when you get out that other side, when you figure out the only way out is through and you're going through it and then bam, you're on the other side of it and you're like, okay, I got this. I got this. Moon, take note of intuitive messages at the bottom of the deck. So we have the sun and the moon here. Isn't that interesting? So something, okay, so even though this reading is timeless, and it's for whoever watches it whenever they watch it. There is an eclipse coming up on the 12th of August now. I feel like that could be very significant. There could be something occurring in your particular situation around that time. I don't know. I'm never here to make any solid promises about anything, but what I do feel is that you are coming into balance here. Your masculine and feminine energies are aligning, baby. Mountains, stand your ground. You're so strong. Whoever you are, and I'm getting goosebumps everywhere now, you are so freaking strong. And no matter how difficult your situation is and how alone you might feel sometimes, you know Spirit has your back. I have your back. Gosh darn it, that's why I'm doing this reading for you right now. Okay, so we're going on, we're at 36 minutes. And I feel like I want to get a little bit more before I go. Okay. It was my birthday yesterday, and I got myself this mug on sale. I love it. There's a lot of love. You have a lot of love. A lot of love in your life, baby. Even if it sometimes doesn't feel that way. All right, so what do we want to do before we close this out, Spirit? All right, we're going to get Chakra Wisdom Oracle. And then I'll pull a few tarot just to see if there's any other, or maybe I'll do tea leaf. I don't know. We'll see. We're going to do Chakra Wisdom Oracle first anyway. And see if there's anything. I'm sorry, like I'm so red. Why are my cheeks so red? Okay, what else does this collective need to know? Like, I know this is kind of a serious message, but I think somebody here needs cheering up for sure. So maybe that's why I'm being a little bit silly. A little silly. Oh. I don't even want to say it, but like this card, for some reason, like look at this guy's face. And then the fact that he's holding this, is it a telescope? Yeah. I feel like some of the energy that is affecting you is there is somebody who is maybe very well be spying on you or looking into you in some way, shape or form. I don't know. I never noticed. Like his face just in this particular reading, there's some kind of smugness there. So take with that what you will, but I feel like you need to possibly do an actual, either a cord cutting or if you don't know who this is, you just need to be consistent with cleansing your energy. 3833 on the clock. Okay. If you see me tapping the deck like more than once, like I said, I'm freaking exhausted. So excuse me. Oh God. Okay. What do we got from Chakra Wisdom Oracle for this collective, please? All right, we got faith and perception. It's just more confirmation, really. Okay. We've got the heart chakra and the crown chakra. Move by faith, not by sight, is what I'm hearing. I feel like this is confirmation for me that somebody likes going in the woods finding stuff. Maybe you're being encouraged to go into the woods because you're going to find something really interesting, or not even just the woods, but just nature. Okay. You may find something really interesting. We got butterflies. We got a bird. You might have news coming to you. Okay. At some point here soon. Maybe that's the eclipse energy there. We have faith. We got the amethyst crystals right here. We got a holy grail in someone's hand. We got the earth. I mean, listen, I don't know if you're getting guidance and you're not trusting it. I do feel like there are other energies that are helping with that. I mean, let's be fair. But yeah, no, like your perception of what you don't already see is not the full picture. So your perception of your 3D reality is not correct in terms of you going through worst case scenarios in your mind, okay? We got prayer. You need to connect as much as possible to God, to your spirit team, your spirit guides, your angels, okay? All right, let's get tea leaf real quick. I don't want to make this too long, so I'm not going to get a lot, and then we will pull a couple tarot to close it out. I just keep hearing that song, don't worry about a thing. Hand your worries over to God, to your spirit team, okay? Every little thing is gonna be all right. Lobster, financial pinch. So maybe you feel like your money is not where you'd like it to be. Maybe that's part of your worries. Hand it over. Hand it over. Maybe there are certain financial habits that you are continuing to perpetuate that could possibly need letting go of, okay? Maybe you go to the store and your intention is to buy one candle, but instead you buy two. Not that it's terrible to buy candles, but it's just an example. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's a candle that you really want, and then all of a sudden you see another candle that's like on sale or something, and you otherwise wouldn't have got it, but you're like, oh, you know, and then you get it and you're like, oh, I could have used that money for this. Do you know what I mean? Things like that, silly things. But either way, I feel like it's not something to overthink or worry about. Flowers, happiness. Someone here, listen, I feel like you haven't been getting out. Someone here needs to get the hell outdoors and go and talk to some flowers or a bird. Do you know what I'm saying? You're going to be so much better off. And maybe you do this sometimes, but maybe you're not doing it enough. Okay, I feel like there's definitely a huge confirmation that you need to get in and amongst nature, baby. What else for this collective? We got sunrise, new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. Listen, it's always darkest before the dawn is what I just heard. You may feel like your sacral energy is depleted, or that it's not like that. You may be frustrated kind of pushing against certain creative ideas that you have, and it's like, you're like, why the fuck do I feel like I can't do this, you know? And Spirit's like, listen, it's coming. Don't worry. All right, we got bouquet, compliments from an admirer. A lot of flowers. Oh, and we got March. So someone's a Pisces, or someone could be a Pisces, or what is it? Pisces and Aries. We got snowdrops. I think snowdrops are all about new beginnings as well. And that is when the spring solstice occurs. Compliments from an admirer. I don't know. Like maybe if you're feeling sad and alone about your life, like you're feeling sad and alone in your life, or you've been recently just kind of feeling that way, it's like, that's you doing things that you're being guided to do is going to bring you the people you're meant to connect with. Harp, great happiness. So not only do we have happiness, we have great happiness. Okay? Maybe someone here needs to start making music again, picking up an instrument, writing songs. Okay? Bottom of the deck, we get horseshoe. Good luck. Listen, I don't try to do these readings to give anyone false hope or to feed anyone bullshit about, oh yeah, this is going to happen and this is going to happen. That's not what I'm here for. As much as I like to give these messages and say, hey, look, you got the good luck card. I'm not saying, it's not saying that everything is just going to be perfect all the time now. It's saying that, listen, Spirit has your back. God has your back. You are on the right path. You're just having a difficult time, okay? You're having a hard time right now. And it's okay not to be okay. I understand. Especially when you go through some of the absolutely harrowing shit that some of us have chosen on these paths in our lives, it's crazy. We're going to do fairy tarot because this reading is too nature focused for me not to do the fairy tarot. All right. I saw the King of Swords or King of Winter. So there may be something going on within the justice system or some type of institution. Could be something that happened to you that you have not seen any repercussions for the other parties or party involved. But let's see, we won't say anything definitively at this very moment in time, but let's get the cards that are going to come out. All right, fairies, please come as I channel these messages. In fairness, that damselfly that came in, fairies, they disguise themselves as bugs and birds. Let me just say, I have it on good authority. I know anybody, it's hilarious because I know if you're watching this, you either already know that or you're like, that makes sense, But I love that there are so many people that would be that aren't on a spiritual path or have not had the type of experiences that some of us had that are like, you belong in a mental institution. It's like, okay, cool. Cool story, bro. I don't know if somebody here says that. Cool story, bro. That's funny. Sorry. All right, fairies. Maybe that's also why I'm being so silly, because fairies are a very silly bunch. They are a very fun, silly, sweet bunch, I will say. I live in Ireland, so guess what? The fairies are alive and well. We have 6 of Autumn. So that's 6 of Pentacles. The good you do comes back to you, an unexpected inflow of money, borrowing wisely, or repaying a debt. So maybe that ties into that financial pinch energy. So if money has been part of your burden as of recently, I feel like that's about to change. There is going to be something that occurs that helps that change, okay? We will get a clarifier to see, but let's get a couple more first. Oh, we got a little moth over here too. I just heard Isabella. Is somebody's name Isabella? Not the moth being called Isabella. Sorry. I don't know why I'm apologizing, but yeah. Anyway, 8 of Autumn. So that's 8 of Pentacles. Do more research before proceeding. Education in the form of seminars, going back to school, or apprenticeships. Excellent craftsmanship and long-term projects. I feel like you don't give yourself enough credit. There's a need for you to give yourself more credit. I feel like you don't understand what a great job you're doing already. I feel like there's a sense that because your work, you feel like no one in the 3D realm is persistently or consistently saying to you that you're doing a good job, that it's like you're not giving that to yourself. So I feel like I feel like the fairies want you to know that you need to give yourself the credit you deserve. You're busting your ass is what I'm getting, okay? A lot of earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I feel like it's also saying that things are working in perfect timing, okay? The star in reverse, okay? This is that lack of faith and hope. I feel like because you feel like there's no one else around you you may feel like you don't have any help. It's putting you in that star in reverse energy. Two of Autumn. So wow, a lot of earth energy. Bring fun into everything you do. Juggling multiple priorities or jobs, an exceptional talent for multitasking. So you may very well be somebody who's all go, 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 go. You need to slow down, but also you're doing a good job. See, and I know someone's sitting there thinking, but what's going on in the background? But I feel, what did I say earlier? What did I say? The information that's meant to come through is going to come through regardless. Like, all right, we got Queen of Spring to clarify the 6 of Autumn. So that's Queen of Wands energy. Believe in yourself. Wonderful people want to help you maintain a balance between work and home life. So I feel like there is something creative that you want to do that could potentially bring in some really good energy for you. Could be money. It could be help. It could be connecting with people that are balanced and give and receive in balance. Okay. What's this 8 of Autumn? Eight of Winter in the reverse. I feel like there's a lot of self-doubt. But that's Spirit saying, like, there's no need for you to feel stuck. You're already doing it. You're already doing it. There's no need to feel like you're stuck in one spot. You're doing a very good job, and you're 5333 on the clock. You're already doing exactly what you need to do to accomplish whatever it is you feel like needs to be accomplished here. I feel like there's nothing you can add to whatever difficulties have already occurred or are happening in the background here. 10 of Autumn in the reverse. So that's 10 of Pentacles reversed. So maybe you feel like somebody has caused you to miss out on, somebody may have been stopping you or trying to stop you in your life from having a solid foundation to work from. And it's like the more time goes on, the more you feel as if that's not going to be replaced or that's not going to be made correct. And let me tell you, nah, after this reading, there ain't no way. What's this Two of Autumn? I heard the light is coming to get back everything the darkness stole. The light is coming to get back everything the darkness stole. Oh, oh. That's Ariana Grande. So, listen. I feel like you're tired and you're depleted as well. I feel like if maybe you're working a bit too much at times. We got Ace of Autumn under the Two of Autumn. I feel like you're going to have multiple things happening within your current situation that are going to ultimately lead to something tangible here. You definitely have some very good new energy coming in. I feel like with this Two of Autumn, it's like, you know this, but there's that back and forth energy of the faith wavering. Jesus. Bottom of the deck, we got the Prince of Autumn reversed. So that's Page of Pentacles. There may be a lot of procrastination. Yeah, there's procrastination because of this lack of faith. I mean, I think we already covered that. I think Spirit is just confirming that if you keep moving on your highest path of light and resonance here, and you get out of your head and you heal through the difficult emotions that are attached to this, and you keep your faith, and you hand over your burdens and your worries to God, to your spirit team, everything's going to be okay. All right. Let's see. To close it out, I will... Let's see. Let's get Believe in Your Own Magic. I feel like that's called for right now. I feel like whoever's watching this, you already, there's already a large part of you that knows you have it in you to achieve whatever it is you have joy and passion for. But I do feel like with the outside situations, it's really difficult for you to stay in that energy of fun and creation, okay? All right, let's see. What are the closing out messages here? We got Lioness. You've earned all your stripes. So Leo season could definitely be significant. Look, we got a tail in the background. I told you someone likes mermaids. Someone's connected to mermaids. You need, listen, you got to get out there and get some fresh air. Read a book. Like I said, there's definitely an emphasis on someone here not feeling like, you know, not feeling validated. And that's okay. That's normal. But you have to seek out your own validation through yourself. You're the only one who matters, okay, about your own validation for who you are and what you want to do. Throne, your potential is endless. Look, another mermaid. We got a witchy woo-woo. We got a princess or a queen or whatever. Spirit's like, you can do literally anything. You can do anything. Last card, we got stars. You can manifest your every wish. Listen to me. Things are working out in your favor, okay? And I know, like, I'm starting to feel emotional now because I feel like someone here is just so tired and so exhausted and so fed up with feeling like there's something in particular that is just not working out, or not. You're like, what, but how is this going to work out? When is it going to work out? And Spirit is saying it is. Trust. Keep your faith, okay? We have escapist. Come home to yourself. Listen, if you're numbing yourself out, and this can be with literally anything. It could be with food, social media, smoking, drinking, etc. All the things that can be consumed. I feel like that is ultimately causing a buildup of these emotions and of these feelings of doubt too. You've got to connect with yourself. Okay? Anyways, that was the reading. I really, really, really hope 455 could be significant, by the way. And look, technically we have 555 because we have 455 and then we got 32 here. That's a 5. So there's change coming and it's going to be for the better. I hope this was helpful for someone who's watching it. If you did find it helpful and it resonated for you, please think about subscribing and liking the video. And if you're interested in a personal reading, I do have my email in the description below. mothermarytarot@gmail.com. Also, if you feel like donating or feel called to, my PayPal information is down there too, but it is certainly not required. I love you all very much, and I will see you in the next one.